Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 17, and welcome back to Coldborough Park Farm. So it is just before 6 a.m. on the last day of summer. We're doing 6-day seasons now. We're down at the store. Why? Because we went shopping. We had to. And we got ourselves a JCB. Fast Track 3000 in red. Red heresy, I hear you say. Yeah, you can have a red JCB. Sure you can. Well, we do, so I guess you can. And this is a fantastic mod. This is by Bone Crusher. And this is a super, super cool mod. Obviously designed more for a German farm. It's got German tags on it and all the, when you buy it, everything in the store, you know, all the little menus and everything are in German. So obviously a mod for German maps, but JCB, good British brand. And so it goes. And as you can see on the back, we also have a tedder because we're starting to get into grass. So let me bring you up to speed on what's going on. How do we even do that? Where do we start? Well, one thing I can tell you is we bought field 10, which was full of canola. We bought field 10 and we harvested it. I think we paid 160,000 euro for it, and we got about 5,000 euro of canola out of it because it hadn't been fertilized or plowed at all. But we own this field now, so we kind of own this whole triangle in the center of the map. I also bought field 20, which is a grass field, and I put first layer of fertilizer on it. We are in, the grass is in growth stage 2 or 3? 3. Okay, so it's ready to go. It's ready to go. So we're going to cut grass. We're going to mow grass in 22. We'll go from bottom to top. 20, 22, and 23. We might not get them all 3 done today, but we are going to get grass going again. We've also got, let me check this. Do we have, is this the last day that we can plant our winter canola? No, we can plant our winter canola all the way through fall. Okay, so we're in no hurry there as far as when we plant our winter canola. In fact, we can't even plant winter wheat yet. We have to wait till fall proper, which is tomorrow in game. Okay, so we can start planting our winter canola today, but we're in no hurry. For some reason, I was under the impression that these planting seasons ended sooner, but they do not. So we've got some time there. Right, so let us go. Where's the first place we want to go? Let's go to the main farm because I want to get in our other case, our black case 1455. And I want to, let's put the lights on pretty early in the morning. I want to get some more slurry spread on field 9. And I also, how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Okay, I can think of a couple ways to do this. I also want to get the, I guess we're going to use the 1455, the red one from the dairy farm. I think we're going to put that on our subsoiler and get that going in field 10. But we got a second to figure all that out. And the reason I want to get that going in field 10 is it's a fairly low ask as far as horsepower, and I think the red 1455 is only about 150, 160 horsepower. So I think that one can handle the subsoiler. We've got our Ford TW on the cultivator finishing in field 9. I want to get some more slurry spread on there, and then we'll swap the Ford over to our small Kuhn drill and get our winter wheat started in field 9. While we're prepping field 10, which is also winter wheat, winter canola. We're going to put winter canola in field 9. We're also going to put winter canola in field 10. And we're going to do grass work and put up silage. And we own a second big grass field now, so I'm hoping, because with just the 2 small grass fields first cut, we were able to put up about 100,000 euro worth of silage. And I'd like to do that again. And obviously, it'll be more because we own a second big field now. So we'll be good to go there. Now, a portion of it we are going to need to put up for silage for the cows. We're going to keep that at the main farm. And also, you can see I got a tedder because we're going to be making hay. Probably not this cut. And there's some interesting economics. I've jacked our loan. Our loan is up over 600,000 euro because we did buy some equipment. And, you know, I did the math, and the easiest thing, of course, is just to buy bales. Traffic is turned off, but I'm still going to look. Just a habit. I did buy bales. I bought more hay bales and more straw bales. I did not buy silage bales. Save game. I did not buy silage bales because we can make silage fairly quickly, but then I got everything we need to make hay, and when we plant wheat or barley, we have what we need to make straw bales now. but I also bought bales. Now, I guess the cheapest thing in the near term is just to buy bales, or you can just buy TMR pre-made, but that's not much fun. You know, it's fun to go through the process. So I did go ahead and do that, and I guess I didn't need to. We probably could have bought bales for the rest of the winter and done just fine with our cows and our sheep. But come on, half the fun of this game is the equipment, the gear, the kit, whatever you want to call it. So let me get this thing parked up, and I'll show you all the things we bought. And we bought a lot. We really did. But, you know, it's a game. Have some fun with it. That's what games are for, right? So park this thing up, set the brake, we'll hop out. So first thing we got, well, we didn't necessarily get it in this order, but this is the order I'll show it to you in. I got a Keenan mixer for food. I want to say this thing's about 12,000 liters, 16,000 liters. So it's basically one bale of each. One straw, one hay, one silage to make your TMR. It's cool. Nice British mod. Comes with the British, you can put a British plate on it, a UK plate. Yeah. You can also put a German plate on it. Swiss maybe too. I don't know. So many of these mods are German and Polish. I love it. So, and I moved things around. I pulled our bales. I had them across the yard in that big shed right over there. I pulled them over here, and there's a reason why. There's three places you can put them, I guess. One is there, where they are. One is back here, but this is too close to the poo, and you know I have a thing about that. So instead I put our flatbed trailer and our animal transporter, and I have this 1455 just kind of temporarily stuffed over here. But our poo bunker is right here. And I don't like anything that's going to be food too close to the poo. Try to be realistic, you know? But it's not like a poo thing. I don't have a problem with poo. Although, I mean, I guess everybody has a problem with poo. But I don't have a unique problem with it. Because I also did not want the bales in here. Because this shed is so big, we're never going to fill it with bales. We're going to have other equipment in it. And agricultural equipment, I mean, it's industrial equipment. You have a lot of hydraulic fluid. You have big batteries that are weeping hydrochloric acid gas. You know, I don't want these pieces of equipment, as well as you take care of a piece of industrial equipment, they all leak fluids. They leak diesel, they leak oil, they leak hydraulic fluid. And then, like I said, those batteries, that gas, outgasses from batteries, and it kind of settles on things. I don't want that on our food. So sort of saying it's not a poo thing. It's a keeping our food clean for our cows thing. So I did move the bales over here, and then you can see over here, I'll show it to you before we leave, we got a bigger loading wagon. We traded in our little Krona for this big Pottinger. We got a big Merge Max rake that can throw to either side, and we got the big Kuhn square baler, and then of course we have our, are they Krona or are they Fendt? I keep forgetting. They are Fendt. We have our big Fendt mowers with the belt system on our Case Optum. This is not where it's going to live. I just kind of stuffed it in there to get it out of the way. So we have those there. And then, you know, I'm not too crazy about this spawn point for the wool, but what can you do? For sure, I'm going to bump one of those. I also got a little skid steer. I guess they're all little. With a bucket. This is going to be for mucking out. I got a bale spike for our telehandler because we will be using that to mix food. And now we have like a full set for both now. For the telehandler, we have a bale spike, pallet forks, and a bucket. And then for our front loader, we have a bucket, pallet fork, bale spike. So we're good to mix food down here. We're good to load and unload silage from the bunker into our tipper to take it down to the biogas to sell. We're set up for a lot of things here. So let's drop off this tedder. We don't need it right now. And I guess that's what I was saying is, you know, I realize we're most likely not going to make hay this season. We're just going to forage up grass and take it down to the BGA as chaff and turn it into silage. So what did we need all this gear for that we spent, I don't know, 300,000 euro on? I don't know. I mean, we didn't really need it. It's just fun to collect gear sometimes. It really is. So let's lower this. I'm going to keep it over here because we don't sell too many bales down here. Although we certainly could. So let's head back up to the main farm. And I don't know what we're going to get done today. We're already 10 minutes in, and all we've done is sort of talk about what I did off camera. But that's okay. I got to bring you up to speed, right? Got to tell you what's going on down on the farm. So today is Tuesday. I normally record these on Wednesday, post them on Thursday. I'm going to record this one on Tuesday, and I'm going to upload it on Wednesday. Come on. Oh, dear. There we go. I'm going to upload it on Wednesday. I'll publish it. I'll actually make it public on Thursday, as we do. But I'm going to be traveling this weekend, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to record. So I'm going to do the video that I normally record on Thursday. I'm sorry, that I normally record on Wednesday. I'm going to record it on Tuesday. And the video that I normally record on Friday, ATS, I'm going to record on Wednesday, tomorrow, so that those will both be ready, one for Thursday and one for Saturday. So if I get too busy when I'm traveling and I don't have an opportunity to record those, they will both be ready and posted for you. So that's what's going on. I hope your week is going good. I don't know how crazy your world is right now. Feels like the whole world is going crazy all around us, and we're just kind of along for the ride. So hopefully, wherever you are and however you're doing, it's going to turn out okay for you. I feel like things are a bit up in the air right now with America. And they say, as America goes, so goes the world. To me, that's just a kind of a fact, you know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of something that a part of you wants to maybe gloat about, but then your better self is like, no, don't gloat. You should never be gloating. So I'm aware that there's some big things happening in America right now. I take no side on that. You know that. There's some big things happening in America, and I don't know how it's all going to turn out, and I don't know how that's going to affect the rest of the world. But I feel like it's definitely got people on edge. A lot of tension in America right now. So if you're a part of that or if you're around that, I feel for you, and I hope everything turns out okay for you. So there's our Ford T-Dub cutting in the headland. Finished this field with a 3-meter tool. Good on you, mighty T-Dub. And we're going to do a couple more layers of, well, I wouldn't call them layers. We're going to do a couple more areas of slurry, liquid fert, liquid manure, and we will we'll see how this is all covering, and if we're going to have enough from the BGA to finish this. All right, so lights on, brakes off. Let's head to the BGA. I think we'll be able, we've got 5 more tanks down there. I don't know that we have 5 more, you know what I mean, sections of this field. Maybe we do, but I would hope that we could finish this field, and then because we have a cultivator on our drill, we have that 2-piece setup. I'm hoping that when the cultivator hits it, so this liquid slurry, I guess all slurry is liquid, this liquid manure is already counting as a second layer of fert. And I'm hoping when that cultivator that's connected to our drill hits it, it's going to count as the 3rd layer, and this field will be done. Right? We will not have to add any more fertilizer to it after it germinates. I hope. We'll see. And I believe, because there's about 10 minutes left, yeah, the Ford just needs to make one more trip around. And I think we'll be able to get the Ford on the drill today. And we'll at least be able to get an idea of how that's going to look. And once we get that started, then we'll head down and maybe get some grass work started today. Maybe not. We'll see how we're doing on time. Now, the other thing is grass, because crop withering is mandatory in seasons. Our grass may die on the first day of fall. It may not, but I want to bring our grass in today, last day of summer, just in case, because I've been wrong before about some of the things that seasons does, and I've missed my window, so to speak. So we're going to try to do grass work today. Maybe not in this episode, but we're going to try to do grass work today, day 6 of summer, so we don't lose our grass, because we really need silage. Now, we're going to plant field 6 and field 7 with corn for silage, and I'm hoping, I mean, if we got, what, I want to say we got about 250,000 liters from just those 2 grass fields. So I'm hoping that we get even more than that from two, because field 6 is big and field 7 is one of the biggest on the map. I'm hoping we get more like 500,000 liters of silage, which would be 250,000 euro, I believe, or more depending on the season when we sell it. We in the trigger? We certainly are. So that would be fantastic if we could get 250,000 in silage 2 times next year. And the goal, of course, would be that the grass fields down by the dairy farm are strictly silage, grass, and hay for our cows. Oh, speaking of, I have not added grass to the trough at the dairy farm, and we are at 82% productivity. I'm going to see how high that goes. I know in FS17, as long as you keep the TMR topped off, the cows will produce at 100%. You don't need to have all 3 food types. I believe in FS17 you do. So we're going to let this run for a day or two with just TMR and see if the cows ever go to 100%. I don't think they do. I think we're going to need to put some grass in there. And that is a seasons thing, not an FS17 or 19 thing. That is a seasons thing, and I believe that is to lower the productivity in the winter, because there's really no place to get grass in the winter. You can't store grass, not for very long, and you can't buy grass. You can buy hay bales, but you can't buy grass bales. So I believe that is the way that they made productivity drop in the winter as it would in real life, and there's just no way you can get around there. I'm sorry. I take that back. If you have the big bag mod, you can buy grass, but it is outrageously expensive. But you can't buy grass bales. You can only buy bags of grass. Bag of grass? Yeah, you can buy a bag of grass. But it's, I don't know that it's worth the money that you spend on it to keep your cows at 100%, depending on how many you have. So economics is fascinating to me. It's interesting that if you only have a little bit of money, by percent you may be less productive, but who cares? Because it only works out to be a little bit of money. And when you have a lot of money, or a lot of assets, like something like cows, then you're making so much money that a little bit by percent, it's like, well, it's fine. We're doing okay. I find that there's a very narrow window in between the two where you absolutely need to be at 100% because it matters, if that makes sense, right? Like when you only have a small farm, 10% could be, a few thousand pounds a year, who cares? And if you have a great big farm, 10% may be a few 100,000 pounds per year, but who cares? We're making millions. So I feel like it's only when you're right in the middle, that 10% could be critical. Or in this case, 18% productivity. Does that make sense? I think you know what I'm saying. I suspect that you know what I'm saying a lot more than I think you do. It's me who doesn't know what I'm saying. Maybe? I don't know. I'm also curious how this tractor seems to get down better with 13,000 liters of liquid than it does with 16,000 liters of canola. I'm guessing pure liquid is heavier than canola. You know what I'm saying? Liquid is pretty heavy because slurry is mostly water, as are most liquids. Right. So let's take a look where our forward is. It's got to be nearly done by now, and we'll throw a couple layers on here. Now, ideally, we have a 3-meter course laid in, but oh yeah, it's nearly done. But is that it right there? Yeah, I'm trying to get through the trees here. Not dry. Whoa. Oh, more realistic. I was trying to look over my shoulder there. Yeah, it's done. Okay, fantastic. I was trying to look over my shoulder at the T-dub and make a turn, but going through the trees, I didn't know where my turn was. And we ran it downhill. We were picking up speed. Everything just started happening at once. It was crazy. Crazy, I tell you. So I would like to, if we could, I would like to finish this little corner over here. This little sort of separated corner. Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we will. Okay. Let's see how far what we've got in here goes. So yeah, man, still digging FS17. Now, I've seen a couple threads that say Seasons is out, Seasons is available in like some kind of guerrilla underground format. I don't know if I believe that. I've seen some YouTube videos of people saying, hey, look, it's Seasons for FS19. And I don't think it is. I think what it might be is people that went into the editor and converted maps over and basically like put snow on the ground in lieu of grass and then said, hey, look. So I feel like it's, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like that's a little malarkey. I'm feeling like that's a little bunk, as they say. I have not seen any real threads to indicate that, and also everything that I've seen as far as that sort of stuff is dated like December of 2018, and it is March of 2019, and you know what I'm saying? Not seeing a lot of momentum on that. Also, when you go to the Realismus Modding website, it hasn't been updated since 2017, I don't think. It hasn't been updated since like right after the original Seasons was released. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. I don't know. I don't know how that all worked out. I mean, nobody disputes the fact that Giants like grabbed the lead programmer from Seasons and hired him. Okay, you know, good on him. But nobody knows why, because initially we thought, oh, okay, obviously they want him to program Seasons in FS19, and then that didn't happen. So it's like, okay, maybe they just wanted him because they thought he was a cool programmer. I don't know, but they got him. So I don't know what that does to the design team, and people say, you know, it will live on. I don't know. I like that there are some maps being made for FS19, and that's certainly bringing the game around for me, you know, compared to how I felt about it when it first came out. Just so disappointed. The maps are good. I mean, it kind of cuts both ways, because you know how I feel about Giants, like, expecting modders to finish their app for free after I buy it for, what, $40, $50? Okay. All right, that's kind of a messed up business model, but whatever. Good on you. So it is coming around a little bit, but I feel, just for me personally, I feel like without Seasons mod, it doesn't work for me anymore. It would be like if you had ETS with, I don't know, without, well, I could say without pro mods. No, I would still play ETS without pro mods. I'm trying to think of something you could take away from ETS, and I would totally lose interest in it. The day-night cycle. That's a good one. If you took the day-night cycle out of ETS, I would no longer be interested in playing that sim. So, I guess that's yeah. You know, it for me, farm sim without Seasons is just like it's not even the same. It's not even the same sim anymore. I'm just spoiled by it. So it goes, and you know, as far as what they're going to do or where it's going to go, we'll see. I haven't heard any real progress on it, and I mean, part of me would think, well, you know, the mod is essentially done. It just needs to be ported over, but perhaps there's more to it than that. Perhaps there's a lot more to it than that. But I would think 3 months, 4 months would be enough time for there to at least be some kind of a private beta. You know, you would see some of the big farm sim YouTubers would have that out, and I do not see that yet. So maybe not, you know, maybe we're not going to get it. I don't know. It seems like somebody has to port it over, whether it's authorized or not. But we shall see. Right. How are we feeling about being able to finish this field with what we've got in the BGA? You still optimistic? This is 2 of 6. You think we're going to be a third done with this when we're done spraying here? Because we didn't even really get this corner done. I mean, maybe. I guess you could say that we've got the whole lower third of this done. Maybe even more than that. Maybe not, though, because the lengths get pretty long when you come around this corner here. We'll see. We'll see. I think we've got enough for like one more roundy here, and then we're going to need to go fill up again. But man, I would love to get that T-dub going down in this little corner here on our winter canola. However, I'm in less of a panic when I realize we have more days to do it, because it's not going to rain for another 3 days. I would rather focus on, in fact, yeah, I would rather focus on grass today, and from one angle, it makes a lot more sense that we would focus on grass today because we have plenty of time to prep this field and get our winter canola in. We may only have today to get our second cut done. So, what do you want to do about that? What do you want to do about that? Let's, now we did want to take, okay, let's do this. We've got enough, wow, this is turning into a very chaotic episode. So we did get a second layer, I keep saying second layer, we got a second section of slurry done. There is no need to start our TW on winter canola at the moment. And done. Set the brake, lights off, engine on. We're going to leave that on. We're going to run up here. Let's get our TW off the field and parked up. Let's pick up our subsoiler. Yeah, let's do that. Where are we at? 26 minutes. You know what? By the time we get everything swapped around, we're going to be at 30 minutes. So let's just do that. Let's say today we finish bringing things back from the store. We got down another layer of fertilizer, of slurry. Man, I keep saying layer. It's not a layer. It's a section. We got another section of slurry done. We finished cultivating this field with our TW. And we're going to start subsoiling field 10. So, stop driver. Delete the course. Right. Go to reverse. This back up out of here. Love the sound on this Ford. Really, really do. And I mean, it's only been half an hour, but I have not seen the productivity on the cows go up at all. So I'm beginning to suspect that, as we suspected, we can continue to suspect that nothing's going to happen there. We're going to be locked at 82% until we get some grass in there. But easy way to test it is just to put some grass in. So I'm going to back this up. I'm not putting it away because I think, well, I'm not putting it away because it's in the way, or it will be in the way. So we can't shut this off because it did sit up at the top of the field for quite a while, cooling off. Where is our subsoiler? Way back there in the corner. All right, so let's get in our new JCB Fast Track. Pick up the subsoiler, take it down, and put it on the red case. You say case, you say international. Some people say one, some people say the other. And let's just keep backing around here because we need to back in rather than doing all that, you know what I'm saying? All that switcheroo. Let's just head right back in there. Don't hook the weight. Oh, beautiful. Pick this up. We got it. We got it. Throw her in gear. Here we go. And the reason we're not going to subsoil field 10 with this new JCB is this is 270 horsepower, I believe, and we need this to run our loading wagon behind our mower. Because our loading wagon, I think, requires 250. So, yeah. Yeah, this will be about right. Yeah, we're already at 29 minutes. So we'll take this down. We'll swap it out to the red case. We'll get the red case started on field 10, we'll call it. And I will check. I want to say this thing only requires like 90 or 110 horsepower. And our red case is, I want to say, at least 140, 150. So I think it'll be okay. Had to turn the traffic off. I miss it. I really did like the life that it brought to the map and the immersion, but getting knocked into the hedge. And I looked on the replay. That was not a car coming up from our right. That was a car hitting us from behind, I believe, because part of our vehicle was out of the, like their collision trigger or whatever the scripting uses to determine when vehicles stop. Essentially, it didn't stop for our trailer. It stopped for the self-propelled part of our vehicle, the tractor maybe. You see what I'm saying? And it essentially didn't see the trailer, I think. But it came up behind us and just rammed us as we were halfway through that intersection and really put kind of a damper on my day. Right, so we're going to drop that. We're going to get this thing out of the way. And this has not really been working hard. We've just been kind of delivering stuff with it, so we can shut this off. Shut it down, as they say. And we will find a better home for it. Set the brake. And let's check horsepower before I forget. And I'm just about to sneeze. 145 horsepower. And our subsoiler requires... moment. Tap, tap, tapping across to get to it. Our subsoiler requires 130 horsepower. So we can make that happen. Here we go. I do love this mod. Got to be one of my favorites. And I also realize, yes, all my vehicles need a bath. It's on the list. It's on the list. How are we doing on fuel? We should probably fuel this thing up before we pick up our implement. We're going to go right past a fuel Bowser. I guess it wouldn't be a Bowser, it'd be a bunker. Yeah. So, where is it? Where is it? Right there. Is there one? Did it get moved? I want to say there used to be one right here. Did there not? Oh. Huh. Oh, is that it right on the corner? Yeah. There it is. Okay. So we'll set the brake. And this thing fills up fairly quickly, relatively small tank. We'll grab our subsoiler, we'll head out to field 10, and we'll get that started on a course plane, we'll call it. So yeah, different kind of episode, but we've been productive. Have we not? I feel like we have. I think we have. I'm glad that the Ford is done with field 9. That was such just a big job for a 3-meter tool. That is crazy. Now our drill is 4 meter, and I realize at some point we are going to need to step our game up, and we'll probably do that next fall. I don't know how I feel about in the spring getting either a second combine harvester. I mean, obviously bigger. So we'd get a bigger combine harvester, or potentially we'd get a second combine harvester. I mean, either way, we'd get a bigger one. The question is, would we keep our 1660 or would we not? And I feel like we should, because we've got a couple of small fields that really would not work well with a great big combine harvester. And we also would then have the ability to have 2 fields being harvested at once. So because we didn't pay a lot for our 1660, we wouldn't get a lot if we sold it, I suspect that we will keep that and just get a second bigger one to go with it, which will probably be like, between the combine harvester and the header, probably 400,000 euro. So we will need to be in a much better place financially right now, because like I said, our loan is at about 600K. And if we put another 4 on there, our loan would be €1 million. And at that point, the interest does start to be a problem. So I think, whoa, driving down the center lane here, getting spoiled with no traffic. I think between silage, second cut this season, first cut next season, and hopefully selling more than 100,000 euro worth of canola during the winter when the prices go up, right? Because it's, now which is it? Is it, I'll check prices. I want to say it's worth about 50,000 now. Just going to leave this parked right here. Bad farmer. I want to say, because we have 100,000 liters, I want to say it's at 500 a ton right now. So we have about 50,000 euro worth of canola right now. But in the winter, it'll go up to 80,000 or 100,000. So if we have more next year, hopefully we can just have that much more. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So I think we should be okay to get that bigger combine harvester next year. But I want to try to be sure of it. Okay, turn around here. Get the gate closed right there. Get back in here. Do not need hazard lights. Do not need beacons. We do need to back up to right about here. And we're going to go here. We want to do field work. Field 10. 10, I said. 10. We are on a 4-meter tool. We want to start from here. Right there. Let's do 3 headlands, and let's do them... Let's do them after. Yeah. And you know what? We don't need to do 3. This is a fairly short tool. So we will generate our course. Let's see what that looks like. Perfect. So we're going to take the brake off. Where are we starting? Brake was already off. Interesting. Where are we starting? Looks like the opposite corner, right down here. Okay. We're starting right about there. Right about there. Right about there. Right, so we turn that off. We're going to make this start at first waypoint. Get to work. We're going to turn these off. How are our speeds? Turn speed, field speed. Jeez, field speed. Back that way down. Turn that off, hop out, and let's watch our worker work a little bit, and we'll probably make this our screenshot as well. Looking good so far. Trying to think what I can do off camera. Oh, I can keep spreading slurry. Perfect. I can finish field 9 off camera and get it ready for the T-dub to start putting in some winter canola. There you have it, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 17 from Coldborough Park Farm. We'll see you next time. Take care now.